Hello, everybody. So we are live. This is episode number 1 of the Das MATIA podcast. It's a podcast that I created so that we can have the space to talk about fashion and sustainability and life passion and traveling too. So today with us, we have Rosanne Hertogh. I tried to pronounce it the Dutch way, but I couldn't really. Hey, Rosanne, happy to have you here.
Hi, thanks for having me here.
So Rosanne is the founder and designer of Sololu, a lifestyle brand with a vision to create sustainable clothing that makes a positive change in the world and also in the clothing industry for us all and for the generations to come. And I really like this, that you are not only thinking like punctually about what we are like experiencing nowadays, but you're also thinking about creating a legacy and a better world for the generations to come.
Yeah. I wanted to do something, do good at the same time, like build something, but do good at the same time. And that's how I got to making clothing, ethical work environment.
Mm-hmm.
And, look more at using natural materials, fabrics that are better for the people and better for everyone else too, and in the world.
Yeah. So you are telling me that at this moment for your brand, you are doing lots of different things, right? So who are you and how did you come up with the idea of this brand?
My name is Rosanne. I am the founder and designer of Sololu, which I started in 2015. I started it out of my passion for traveling and style. I started it with by offering fashion accessories from different artisans around the globe. I found those when I was traveling back in 2013. And I found it so interesting to see like those unique and one-of-a-kind handmade items that I wanted to import them and bring them with me from my travels and sell them here. So I started doing that, and then I kept adding new items from different countries, and eventually I was missing something. I was missing clothing that was affordable, but made of good quality fabrics and a little bit better for the environment, and high quality, lightweight, like ideal for travel.
Yeah.
But also stylish, because you see a lot of brands out there and they're perfect for travel, but they're not stylish or expensive. So I decided to create clothing myself, and so it took about 2 years to develop the line and find the right supplier with the same value, an ethical supplier and manufacturer. And,
yeah, so I'm really curious about this part, right? So like, what do you see, what does sustainability and conscious living mean to you? Because you were just mentioning finding somebody who's aligned with your values and probably with Sololu's values.
Yeah. Well, I found it important, high quality was very important to me, to create items that, last, because like in fast fashion, you see a lot of like items that are trendy, but people keep changing. The market keeps changing, so a lot of clothing gets started like within a year.
Yeah.
And I wanted to avoid that, so I wanted to make sure that it's made of good quality fabrics, but also in an ethical work environment. It's important to me that the people who create the clothes are treated the way I would like to be treated. So, and that there's no child labor and good pay and good work conditions. So yeah, I found that very, very, very important.
So where are you producing them now? Where are they produced?
They're being made by hand in Bali, Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I've been working with manufacturers at first in different countries, and I had them send samples from all the places.
Yeah.
And it was really tough because like a lot of the brands they didn't deliver what I was asking for. So it took some time to find the right manufacturer that had those same things, same values that I have.
I'm really curious how it goes. Like, do you have the design and then you send them the design and they get it done for you, or did you have to like travel and then be there with them and co-create?
Yeah, well, ideal would be to go there. I haven't had a chance to actually go there, which probably also is why it took a little bit longer. Because it would make it a lot easier if you could go there, you show them what you want, you pick the fabrics there in person, and accessories and everything. So, but I mean, it worked well. Like with the manufacturer that I'm working with now, we do Skype meetings on a regular basis, and especially if there are any issues or anything concerns or something that I need to describe in detail. So usually I design the clothes myself. I create specification sheets where I have all the measurements and all the details on for them. Then they start creating samples. We go over everything on Skype as well if they have any questions, and then we go from there. Then usually the samples get sent to me. If there's anything that needs to be changed, then I'll let them know when they create a new sample, and that's how it goes till it like is perfectly done, and they'll start with the bulk order. Currently, they're working on the bulk order, so bulk production. So, and it's almost being finished. So within now and a couple of weeks, then it should all be here.
So then they are like shipping it to you, and then you are selling it from there, or are they selling it directly for you too?
No, they ship it to me, and then I'm selling it in an online store.
Okay. Because I was thinking like it would be really interesting for me to receive something really like from the person who touched it last and who produced it, and I think it's a romantic idea. But anyhow, even so, they are still like they're just passing through you and getting your positive energy impregnated with, and then moving to customers. Cool. It sounds really, really cool, and you should totally go to Bali. Like I fell in love in Bali, with Bali, and also in Bali. I really, really love Bali. Yeah.
That's what I keep hearing. Yeah, and I would love to go. Like for the next time too. Like since this took so long, since it wasn't like a long process, I also said like next time I should just go there for the new collection and just handpick all the fabrics and and all that. Yeah, it's a lot easier.
Absolutely. So I feel that there are more and more people who are interested in leading a sustainable and conscious lifestyle. What would be your tips for the people who are just getting started?
I think working a job that you love to do and enjoy life are the most important things. And also, if you want to live a more conscious life, I guess little things such as being in the moment, but also try to help by starting and by doing little things to do better for us, but also our future generations. That would help a lot. Like even like little things like using less water when you don't really need water or something. Just use the water for when you really need it, or electricity.
Yeah, and the whole idea, you mentioned slow fashion, and you made a distinction between slow fashion and fast fashion. I think that not many of us realize now that when you are buying from like a big brand, that there are certain interests behind that brand for them to to be able to create a collection. Like some brands change their collections every single week. So they introduce every single week a new item. And that is especially designed because it's in alignment with the principles of fast fashion, which means that they create more demand. And then, of course, the products are not as... they are not very qualitative, right? And then they are specifically made for you to get bored very easily with them, and they are not made to last. So like being aware of the fact that we live in a world that is very focused on consumption, like fast consumption, and then switching and understanding that slow fashion is all about investing in artisans and in people who are hand making your products, and they are designed to last and to carry a story and to maybe be given like from one generation to another as a present, is also something to bear in mind. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm very, very curious about like what are you utterly passionate about?
Well, and it's also those are also the main things that I've started this brand. I've always wanted to start like I was young,
Mm-hmm.
and I've done studies in like fashion, interior design, but then a lot of things came in between all that, and I couldn't really start a brand since I moved from the Netherlands to Canada, and then I went traveling for, and after that I came back when I was like the fashion brand, and especially what I saw there and those like handmade, and I want to sell them.
I don't know what is happening. Can you hear me and can you hear yourself properly? Because I'm having like cuts. It feels that the sound is cut from time to time, and I don't know if it's on my side or if it's like.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. So then maybe it's just on my side. Yeah. So you had to travel and to move from one place to another.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then so those passion for style that actually led to start this brand, and yeah.
Yeah. So basically.
Passions.
Yeah. So basically, this, as we were talking, this brand kind of accumulates a lot of your passions, right? You're telling me that you get to be a photographer and then a designer, and then you do some branding. Yeah, cool.
And also like doing good part. I'm getting more and more excited this past month. And I've been in touch with more and more bloggers now, and also more bloggers like ethical bloggers and influencers. And so it's still quite new to me because I started this brand or with a clothing line that's made in ethical work environment, and yeah, just by doing a little bit, using better fabrics. I could definitely improve on things, and I will keep improving. Like I'm sure I can keep improving.
Yeah.
But where's my point?
But you started with the willingness, right? Like you started with the willingness of doing something out of your passion and something good for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted to start doing good. And oh yeah, like about the community, like, and there's so many people so passionate about that I started working with them, and now they got me so excited about it too, so that I do even more good, and improve my brand even more, to be more eco-friendly and stuff. So eventually, I would love to try and be as eco-friendly as possible and improve it like every time, like a little bit more.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I feel that like a big motivation for you is the fact that you are doing good, right? So like you are able to work on projects that you are passionate about, but then there is also this side of contributing, right?
Right.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so about the business side, what does business success look like to you?
To me, that's keep doing what I love to do. That's what makes everyone like happy.
Mhm.
It makes me happy, and also being able to do it wherever I want to be, and but also like inspiring people to live the life to the fullest, and also do good and keep the environment in mind, and um, keep improving things for us, but also for the world and the generations to come.
Yeah. So you're telling me that you are able, because you have like an online business, right? Like an online shop, then you are able to travel, and this is something that you also enjoy very, very much.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. This job makes me flexible.
Hmm.
Um, uh, so I could just travel more and live abroad. My partner owned business as well, and he travels a lot for that business too. So I could easily go with him, and we both work at the same time abroad, and that's pretty amazing. And you experience different cultures, and you see a lot of different things, which inspires me too. Um, and yeah, it's exciting. It's very exciting if you can work and live abroad and enjoy life at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I feel you, because it has been like that for me too. And then there is this moment when you're like, okay, but it's also nice to have your own bed and your own clothes, and like not live off a suitcase for like months in a row. Um, yeah.
Like, settle down for a little bit and then
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So what at this moment in your life, like it feels that you have a lot of things to be grateful for. What do you feel like what is most rewarding in your life at this moment?
um I've had a lot of feedback on the clothing line, on the business lately, especially with launching the new like clothing collection. I've had a lot of people saying they love my concept and the clothing, and that's very rewarding. That motivates me to keep going and keep doing what I'm doing and improve it and create even better clothes. And yeah,
Yeah. Oh, let's mention. Sorry, go ahead.
that's very motivating.
Yeah. So let's mention now about the Indiegogo campaign, right? Because it's like right around the corner. So tell us more.
Yes, it's still online, like going live. Um, it's the clothing collection. I've launched it through Indiegogo for the pre-sales. So currently it's available for pre-order there till July 1st, and after it ends, I'm hopefully the bulk production like is on the way. The bulk is on its way here, and then I can prepare the orders and ship it all out to everyone, and focus on creating more clothing, new styles, and yeah.
So go ahead and check it out. It's this link. You can find it on Indiegogo. Contribute so that Rosanne can launch the collection and then improve the collection and make it bigger and more interesting for for everybody. By the way, so it's like mostly women clothes, right? And accessories.
Yeah, clothing ideal for travel. So it's lightweight, breathable fabrics, quality. So focused on quality styles that last.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, clothing ideal for travel, but still stylish.
Yeah, yeah. And now, like, I'm thinking. So we've been talking about your brand, and how did you come up with the name? What does Sololu mean?
Oh, the name. I was, it was formerly named Wonderwell,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been wanting to change my name into something more unique, because nowadays a lot of people are using the name Wonderwell, Wonderlust, everything.
Yeah.
So I wanted to change my name for a while, and I thought, the best way to do that is once I launched a clothing collection. So I was actually just reading articles about I think it was Guatemala, and they were talking about this place Sololu, and that place got stuck in my head kind of. So I browsed it, and I was like, oh, interesting, and the name kind of like I liked it, so I started like typing in different names, and then Sololu came up, and 2 days later I bought the domain name and my name into Sololu.
Yeah, it's very playful, right? So like I was thinking that it has something to do with solo traveling maybe or something of the sort, but it's very playful.
Yeah, it's very different. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love how, because I think that this is the process for a lot of entrepreneurs. So like you come up with a brand name and then you check if the domain is free, and if the domain like GoDaddy is free, then this is it.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool. So hey,
Yeah.
Rafael, thank you. Rafael is saying great job. So thank you very much for what you're doing in the world, Rosanne. Yeah. Cool. So we are almost done here. My last question is about inspiration. So, do you have like people or books or anything that kind of like helped you and helped you refine who you are and your mission in the world and inspired you throughout your path?
Yeah, there's not one person. There's actually a lot of things. There's a lot of different people, like bloggers, influencers, people on the streets, but also the ethical bloggers. Have been inspiring me lately by looking into the sustainable living and slow fashion. Inspiration. Like, I'm also inspired by travels and different cultures and movies and actually a lot of different things.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for mentioning this, because I was just thinking about the bloggers and like people who are usually blogging about topics that are not very light, right? Because you are kind of going against the stream and you are writing about things that should not be writing. And then, I think I just realized now that it's a huge job. It's a huge mission to put it like that, to be sometimes a whistleblower or to just be a dog watch and to say, hey, this is not okay. The coloring that you are using in your products is toxic, and the way that you are treating your employees or the people who are manufacturing the clothing for your collections and stuff, that's not okay. And I think that it, like all the major scandals, like also about factories maybe in Bangladesh, and also the chemicals used and how they are toxic for the skin and things like that. I think they came from like either journalists, but I think that bloggers, I think that it was like a blogger who first wrote about that. I might be lying here. I don't know why I have this. I'm under the impression that it was a blogger who firstly wrote about it. But yeah, cool. Thank you guys, doing an amazing job.
I think also nowadays you hear a lot about the movie The True Cost. Honestly, I haven't seen it yet, but I need to go watch it as soon as possible. That is also been like a movie for a lot of ethical bloggers now to go from fast fashion to slow fashion.
Mm-hmm.
That's done a lot to change their living, buying things, and that.
What is the name? The Cost of Fashion?
The True Cost.
The True Cost of Fashion. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's not a recent one. No, it's like
no, I think
yeah.
I still haven't watched it either. So, but there's movies like that, and there's a lot of books that I want to read as well, and
Yeah.
to fast fashion, or go from not thinking about anything to living consciously and thinking about all that. And
Yeah. Yeah.
taking their lifestyle from the earth a little bit.
Yeah, and just raising awareness, right, about the fact that you do. So I think that a lot of people think that it's very complicated to like become more conscious about the things that we are consuming and things. And I don't know, maybe because I'm already on this path, I don't think it's complicated at all. Not in the world of today where you have like information for free. It's like we are overflown with information. But of course, you have to like take the time and see. Some sources are unreliable and there is a lot of noise, and there are some people who have a lot of interest in other people not to find out the truth, and so on and so forth. But yeah, cool. Documentaries such as this one, so the true cost of fashion, and taking a look at what ethical bloggers. And I wanted to mention, because I am following, so like very recently I've started receiving some newsletters, and I will try to find this and put it in the comments so that you can also find that, but I don't know. Okay, cool. So I'm not gonna take the time now to do that. I'm just gonna put it in the link. So the this video will be available on YouTube too. So you will find all the links there. I just want to mention something else about Rosanne. So you can find Sololu on sololu.com. So this is the website, but you can also find it on social media. So everything such as Instagram or Facebook. It's this. So Instagram.com and then shop Sololu, and Facebook.com shop Sololu. And yeah, make sure to visit the Indiegogo profile and campaign, and to contribute if you feel like it. Cool. Thank you very much, Rosanne. Tell me if there is anything that I that I haven't covered. I'm like, there are lots of stuff. I imagine
a lot of things. I think we talked about.
Yeah. Cool. So we are looking very forward to seeing the collection is already on pre-sale, right, on Indiegogo. Yeah.
Yeah. So once it's ended, so that should be beginning of July, then it will be added to the web shop as well. So after Indiegogo, then it will be added to the web shop once I get this done.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, cool. So thank you very much for making the time today. I'm really grateful to have had you on the podcast today, and thank you very much for the work that you are carrying out.
Thank you so much for having me here.
And thank you everybody who was online today. Bye.
Bye.